Hi everyone, it's Roisin Anson and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am going to be talking about working with disabilities. I have touched on this subject before with writing with disabilities and that sort of stuff, but what I'm going to do today is take you on a day in my life with my chronic illnesses. My disabilities are hypermobility syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. These affect me in very different ways, and if you want to know more about these conditions, please check here. I don't know which way it is, but please check here for my in-depth chronic illnesses video. Okay, so on today's agenda, I am aiming to write 3,000 words. I am batch filming. I have three places that I need to go today. I am working on a video where I write in different places. So the first place I need to write is at my desk. So the second place I need to write is at the library, which I'm going to today. And the third place I need to write is at a coffee shop, which I'm also going to today in a writing group. The third place I am going to is I'm going to have lunch with my dad and my nan. So I will not film that, but that is what I'm going to be doing today. So obviously that needs to be taken into account on my spoons, which, if you've never heard of spoons, it is a theory that you only have so many spoons, and for everything that you do you have to give a spoon back, and once you're out of spoons you've got no energy left and you can't do anything. Does that make sense? So I've got, let's say, 10 spoons. One spoon goes for getting up and getting ready. Got another spoon that's gone out for the filming that I've been doing. Another 2, maybe 3 spoons go out for my writing, because that is a very taxing task for me to do. I'm already down 5 spoons and it's 10 o'clock. Obviously this is an example, but that's the kind of a theory that it is. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. He's decided to rub himself all over my covers and stuff, and every time he moves he breathes like with a puff of air. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. Another thing I'm doing is I am working on a masterclass. So I want to try and get 3 lessons in that course today. So I need to take that into account as well when I'm planning. So let's get into the video and I go through and show you how I work with my chronic illnesses and how I make sure that I am taking my health into account when I am working and doing different stuff. So one thing I need to do is batch film, which I'm currently doing now. So I will add some footage in here about that. The next thing I need to do is I'm going to take a short break, because filming and doing this sort of stuff takes quite a bit out of me. I am going to take a 15-minute break where I'll just chill and do different stuff. I might read a chapter in my book, and that'll be a short break after doing this filming. So that's how I kind of deal with my conditions, is I do a task and then I do a break. So I am going to take a short break now and put a little bit of footage here about that as well. So I just need to get a little bit of work done on my book because I am going to 2 different places, so I'm not going to be doing too much work on my book. This morning. I'm going to save that kind of work for later on, but I will show you the rest of my work day, so stay tuned for the rest of that. Hi everyone, so I did my batch filming today and then I had a small break, and then since my break I've been doing my lessons. I have done 2 lessons out of my 3, but I need to go and have lunch now, so I'm taking a break now to have lunch. It will probably be an hour and a half break that I won't obviously show. Like I said, I'm going to show my meal, but that'll be all I show, just for I want to have a quality time with my family basically. Once I go to this lunch I have to do my other lesson, which is one more lesson for this course. I have 3 other lessons that I need to do, but I'll do those in bed later on tonight. I have to read some of my book, which I have done, but I want to finish more. I have to create a content planner on Notion, which I can again do in bed, so that'll be a night one that I'll do at night. I have to do some cleaning, which I can do when I get back. Then I have to do writing, so that'll be the last big task that I've got to do. I'm going to go to the library to do 2 of my sprints for the video that I'm working on, and then I'm going to do my writing group, which is another couple of sprints tonight. So I won't be doing any writing at home today. I will be doing my writing outside of the house today, so I will come back later on and show you the rest of my day. Hey everyone, so I have just gotten back from lunch. Got back about 20 minutes ago and it ran a lot longer than I thought it was, so that completely wore me out, to be honest. So all I've done since I've been back is that other lesson, which was another 10 minutes. I finished that off, so I finished all 3 of my lessons today. I'm going to move some stuff tomorrow, so I was planning on writing at the library today, which I'm now moving to tomorrow. So instead of going out to write twice, I'm going out to write once at the writing group, and then I'm going to write at my desk for 2 sprints. So that'll be what I'm going to do. It is currently 2:30 and my writing group is at 7, so I'm going to leave at 6 for that. So I've got until 6 to do that, so that's 3.5 hours, and the 2 sprints is only going to take me an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big long break now for about an hour and a half to get to 4 o'clock. Then I'm going to do my 2 sprints at my desk, and then I'm going to have an hour break, have my dinner and that sort of stuff if I'm hungry, because I had a big lunch, so I'm not that hungry. So I might just skip the dinner and just chill for that hour before I leave to go to my writing group, which is at 7, but I'm going to get there early so I can get some reading done. So yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day. It's a bit changed, so I'm going to do some stuff the next day instead of doing it that day, but that's life with chronic illness. You kind of move stuff around. So yeah, I almost never finish my entire plan that I've got on the day, so I always overfill it. So that's what I've done today. So I just move it over and it'll get done. It'll just get done slowly, so I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to watch an episode of Charmed, and then I am going to read some of my book. for this hour and a half, and then I will get back to it and I'll show you what I get done in the 2 sprints in the 1 hour. So I will see you then. Hey everyone, so I am back in the same place as I was before, but I have done some stuff. Today is the kick-off call for 100k Q4, which Kate Kavanagh came up with. So I have just been doing a sprint with her. Basically, she does live streams every weekday for this challenge, or is hoping to do that. So for day 1, I wanted to make sure that I was definitely on the stream, but the first sprint was 81 minutes, so I just did a 20-minute sprint doing that, and I got 558 words, so I did that. I wasn't trying to hit a goal or anything, I just wanted to make sure that I was on the first day of the stream, even if I was only there just in the comments. But I did write some words. I'm almost done with chapter 6 and I'm going on to chapter 7. I'm hoping to finish both of those today at the writing group, and then I will get some more work done there, so I can be on act 2 part 1, which is part 2, which is what I'm calling it, part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4. So I'm hoping to finish part 1 and I'm going on to part 2 tomorrow. So I'm very excited, but the goal is still 3,000 words and I'm a sixth of the way through it. I've still got about another hour and a half before I need to go to the writing group. So I'm very excited, and if I don't hit my goal at the writing group, I will come home and do another sprint or 2, depending on how many words I need left to hit the 3,000 words today. That is my main goal for today, and I am desperate to hit it. So yeah, but now I'm going to have a break before I leave. I'm going to watch some YouTube and I'm going to read my book, and then I will come back before I leave and then after I leave and update you on how much I got done at the writing group, and I'll show you me doing the sprints if I need to do that later on. There is a few things that I need to do left today. One of them is to get to 75% in my book, which is what I'm working on throughout the day. Another is I've got to do a content planner for one of my channels. So I need to do that, but I can put that off till tomorrow or even later on this week. It doesn't need to be done today. And I want to try and clean some of my room, but that could be again done tomorrow. It doesn't need to be done today, so that might get put to tomorrow. But the main goal is to finish the 3,000 words. Hey everyone, it is the next day of me filming that video, and I didn't update last night. So what I got today, yesterday I went to my first writing group, which I would have talked about. I mistook what it was supposed to be. It was actually a workshop type of a writing group instead of like a writing. So I never actually worked on my novel at that group yesterday, which I was expecting to do, and because of that I only did that one sprint yesterday before I was so unwell that I couldn't do any more after I got back from my writing group. So what I managed to get done yesterday was I batched filmed some videos. I completely finished one video. I worked on this video that I'm doing now, and I introduced another video. I wasn't able to go and write at the library, which I needed to do for that video, so I missed out on that. I didn't hit my 30,000 words. I only hit 558 because I didn't realise that I wasn't going to be able to write later on. So that was my fault technically, because I should have tried to write a bit more, but I thought I was going to go and write later on, so I didn't want to burn myself out. So it was a bit trying to make sure that I paced myself and made sure that I was burning myself out, caused me to not do as much as I wanted, but it is what it is. I did 3 lessons on my creative writing course. I didn't do my Instagram lessons, which was the 3 videos that I wanted to get done while in bed. I prioritised reading my book, which was the Zodiac Academy book 9. Instead of reading only 25%, I ended up reading 50% because I was already 50% of the way through the book, and now I finished the book. I did not create the content planner on Notion that I wanted to do, but again, like I said yesterday, it's not essential that I get that done. I can do that at any point. And I did not clean the area that I wanted to get done further over to the other side, but I did go out for lunch with my family, which was really nice. I did get a lot of stuff done yesterday, especially considering a lot of stuff took longer than I thought. So going out to dinner, I thought was only going to be an hour and a half, ended up taking 2.5, 3 hours, I think it was. So I managed to get quite a lot done, considering there was that big chunk of time taken out, and then considering I also wasn't able to do what I thought in the writing group. I managed to do 4 task blocks yesterday, which was the half an hour. So technically I only worked for 2 hours yesterday. The rest of it was spent doing other stuff like reading my book, going to lunch, doing the writing group. So I would have liked to have done more, and I could have done more had I have known that the writing group wasn't what I thought it was. So now that I know that, I can plan accordingly next time. So it's just trial and error on some stuff. Obviously I'd never been before, so I didn't know what to expect, and I assumed it was one thing and obviously it was something else. That's the end of my working with disabilities day. So as you can see, most of what I need to do is I need to do a bit of work, have a break, a bit of work, and have a break, and I need to plan accordingly. So when I know I'm going out for lunch or something, I need to take things off my load instead of putting more stuff on and that sort of stuff. So if I know that I'm going to be doing something, I need to take some things off of my workload, because it's just too much for me to expect to be able to do more stuff, or all of the stuff that I'd already planned if I'm going and doing something else. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time with another video. Please like, comment and subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.